You got market open and the Nifty Sensex rates will be up on your screen. Then we'll get to stocks. Nifty is up at 22,979. So in the green, the Sensex is at about 75,492 at this stage. So these are mildly higher sort of starts. 30 points is what the higher start is for the Nifty, and about 70 points on the Nifty Bank. Mid-cap index is starting about 140 points higher. That's about 0.25%. And I think you've got the small-cap index, which is also starting somewhat in that range higher. Mid and small-cap indices, by the way, were firmly up. 0.75% gain by close yesterday, even as the Nifty did sell off. So keep an eye on that one. But let's take it to Sonia, who's got the stock list. Sonia.
Well, thanks a lot for that. So as you rightly pointed out, it is the Nifty is holding on to gains, right? But here is where the action really is. The Nifty Bank just short of that 50,000 mark. It's up about 100 odd points. So I'm going to take it straight to one of the largest banks, HDFC Bank, which has been seeing some action over the last couple of days. UBS has a buy. They have a target price of 1900. That is the brokerage this morning. IFL Securities, we just spoke to the banking analyst who said that most of the negatives are now behind HDFC Bank and they have a 1760 rupee target price on HDFC Bank. So this is one stock that I'm looking at this morning. Nalco, as Nigel was telling us, strong earnings, highest quarterly EBITDA in the last 2 years. Look at that. EBITDA is up 44% and the stock is cheering that, up 5% right now on Nalco, one of the big movers on both price and volume action. Keystone Realtors is the other one I'm looking at, about 1% higher. The company has successfully raised 800 crores via the QIP route, so that's a positive. United Spirits is the other one. Premiumization trend is intact and the company has spoken about a double-digit revenue growth in FY25. The stock is charging ahead up 2.5% as we speak. Couple of PSU banks in focus. I'm looking at Canara Bank because this morning Motilal Oswal put out a note. They had a buy, but they've reiterated a buy with a target price of 140 on Canara Bank. So there's some upside left. They talk about how asset quality is improving, consistent decline in NPA ratios, and earnings growth will sustain at 15 to 18%. Let's hop across now to NMDC. The earnings actually missed estimates, so you can expect some red over there. The top line was in line, but the EBITDA was a miss by 16%. So NMDC is the one that is taking it a bit on the chin this morning. Adani Enterprises, the board will be meeting to consider fundraising today. This one is always in the news, so up almost about 0.3%. Inox Wind, let's pull that one up. 22% equity has changed hands now on Inox Wind. As was expected, that large trade has taken place and that stock is now down almost 8%. I think 153 is the price at which the 1.2% equity, 1.2% equity is on PB Fintech. So the two large deals that we're looking at this morning. So just keep an eye out on both. But overall for the market, look at this. Not bad, given that we've had a very strong run. We continue to chug along. Just shy of that 23,000 mark. And the Nifty Bank is the one that's really participating, 100 points in the green at opening. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Sonia. Well, a couple of stocks. NNBC has recovered a little bit from the low point of the day. The street was factoring in that there'll be a price hike that will be coming about. So that's why it's cut its losses. It was down 2%. Now it's as flat as can be. Nalco, well, the stock is flying away. That's one of the big gainers today. It's up closer on 2.5%. Volumes as well. Actually, it's up 5% as we speak. Coming out of the F&O ban and big beat in terms of the EBITDA number, 15% higher than what we were working with. Let's focus on a few stocks. Then you have Arvind. That stock is one of the top gainers, so Arvind Limited should come up for you. Sumitomo came out with a set of numbers, beautiful numbers out there, so that stock is well up and about in today's trading session. You have Natco. Well, that stock, in fact, is flying away. That one is well up and about in today's trading session. Timken, well, that stock as well is doing pretty well. It's recovered, a big recovery from the low point of the day. It's up close to around 4.5%. Welspun Enterprises, that's another name in there that's done well. So that stock, in fact, has bounced up. I think it's moving higher and one of the top volume gainers. On the flip side, let's pull up a few stocks. Adore Welding, I'm not sure what's going on with those numbers, but that stock, in fact, is down closer to around 10% as per our record. So that stock gets hit. You had Arvind Fashions, that's down closer to around 5%. So that as well is coming up on the losers list. AGI Greenpack, that's another stock that's down by close to around 5%. And Praveg, that's the tourism play. The stock had gone to around 1,200 rupees. It's now at around 820 rupees. The numbers came out, it was a little bit disappointing, and some of these stocks have seen a big run. So Praveg is another stock from the BSE listed stocks that's down close to around 6% as we speak. Prashant, what else?
So it's a 40-watt point higher start on the Nifty, and it's looking pretty steady so far. So 22,973. Nothing big, nothing large, but just a steady, decent open is what you have. The Nifty Bank is up about 0.25%, actually 140 points. So 49,440 on the Nifty Bank. Maybe just a few more names before we take it to Manish Gudwani, who's with us on markets. Hindustan Zinc is starting about 3.5% higher. It's got large volumes for this point in the day. There is Hindalco, which is up 2.33%. So these two names from the commodity side are looking good. Nalco, of course, we've been talking about. Sumitomo, we did. United Spirits. Capacite Infra, that's another one which is up about 3%. It's coming out volume, so maybe that's just taking a mention. RR Kabil is up 5%. RR Kabil is also coming up with decent sized volumes. There is Novama, which is up about 2.33%. SW Solar is up about 2.25% or so. Arvind Limited is up 9%, 381 on Arvind Limited at this point. And then there is Torrent Power, which is starting about 3.5% higher as well. So, just a few more names in the broader market which are coming up right now. BDL, Bharat Dynamics, is down 4%. And Phenolics Cables, of course, very large, 40% pull, run up. And today it's down about 3%. So a little bit of pullback coming through, but large volumes here. Garden Reach is also down. Phoenix Limited, Borosil Renewables is down about 4%. On the other side, Nazara is down another 2%, and AstraZeneca is down about 2% or so as well. So this is the long and short of what is up and what is down for this point in the day.